Welcome to Saniflo SFA Group. This is a quick guide covering venting. This quick guide covers venting for small bore macerators, grey water pumps and lifting stations. AS and New Zealand Standards 3500.2 deem that all small bore macerators, grey water pumps and lifting stations need to be vented to atmosphere. There is no deemed to satisfy provision in the standard to negate that or to support the use of carbon block filters. We suggest consulting with your local regulator council if clarification is needed. For some basics on the venting, all small bore macerators, grey water pumps, lifting stations need to breathe. As waste enters the pump, air is expelled, and as waste is discharged from the pump, then air is drawn back in. The small bore macerators and grey water pumps lifting stations are all manufactured with a small vent aperture, and in the small bore macerators, grey water pumps and the smaller lifting stations there is an integrated carbon filter with an anti-flood valve. These openings allow these pumps to breathe and they facilitate the normal hydraulic function of the pump. The larger pumps have a dedicated connection for venting to atmosphere due to the larger air volume transfer. With this larger volume and the type of waste that's getting inside these pumps, there's a possibility of methane and sulfide gas buildup. So it is important to have these venting through to atmosphere. In certain situations though, inaccessibility may be an issue in terms of getting to an atmospheric vent. Local regulators, councils, they may consider allowing the use of carbon block filter, such as Plastic's EcoVent or Studer's Maxi Filter. Suggest check with your local regulator or council for approval on that kind of a system. Air admittance valves and similar types of vents, such as Studer vents, they only allow air in. They can't be used on the small bore macerators, grey water pumps and lifting stations because they impair the breathing function of the pump. This could lead to poor activation, a motor failure and most likely voiding the manufacturer's warranty. However, an AAV, by the requirements of the Australian standard, New Zealand standard, the AAVs may be required on the fixture lines connected to the pump as part of those requirements of the standards. The SFA group in Paris invented the small bore macerator pump in 1958. Saniflo has been in Australia since 1988. And all of the products that we bring into Australia and New Zealand have full watermark approval. All of the products are sold through reputable plumbing supply outlets throughout Australia and New Zealand. If you have any more technical queries, please don't hesitate to call the Saniflo head offices in Australia or in New Zealand.